Would you say that you are a busy mom, just constantly streaming through the day, just juggling the demands of your kids and your family as a whole? Listen up, I get it. I've been there, or maybe I should say I am there. I know what it feels like to just believe the lie that there's simply not enough time to get to you. Now I say lie because I believe that shiz for a long time. I found myself worn out, burnt out, at the end of the day, just dreaming of the possibility of me, me, really and truly just me. And just never getting to tick off my goals, off my dreams, the things that I aspire to do and to become as an individual, and just serving as a mother, just serving as a wife, and just feeling like I'm always left behind. If anything, I don't believe I was ever on the to-do list. But here I am, just a short couple of months later, and I'm so excited to be sharing this hack, this formula that has completely revolutionized the way I go about my day. It has impacted my day in such a meaningful way that I simply believe that it would be selfish not to share. Now, if you're a mom, then you know. If you are a wife, then you know what it feels like to constantly be worn out, what it feels like to constantly believe that there is not enough time. And I just wanted to share something that I hope would help you live a little bit lighter, hopefully impact your life the way it has mine. Or maybe it's become like the gospel to me these days. But here it goes. It's called the 15-minute formula. This one in particular is the one I want to focus on today. The 15-minute formula has revolutionized the way I go about doing my day. This formula has come in chunk sizes because if you are anything like me, then you know that time is gold. As a mother, time is gold. And I mean, if you find an empty pocket of space, you chase for it. It becomes like luxury. You run and you can absorb that thing. Back to the 15-minute formula. The 15-minute formula has impacted my day in such a meaningful way that, like I said, it would simply be selfish of me not to share this with you. And today, I want more moms to feel like they can be intentional about the things that matter to them. I want more moms to feel like they get to parent with purpose and that they get to spend their time purposefully going through the day, aware of the things that they are going to get up. I mean, I'm sick and tired of feeling like I'm getting up in a new day without knowing where the day is going or without knowing where the day is going to end. I remember the days earlier in the year where I just found myself to the point where I was probably just about existing. I mean, I knew I had vision at one point in my life. I knew that I knew where I wanted to go. I knew the woman I wanted to become, but found myself back at point zero and just questioning God and Lord, what is the direction for my life? Where are we going to? And I remember God impressing on my heart just one question: what does growth look like for you this year? Without a second thought, I heard myself saying intention. Father, it looks like me being intentional about the things that matter to me, the things that matter most to me. I heard God say back to me that you can only be intentional once you have vision. You cannot be intentional about things if you don't have vision. That's another story for another day. I can see why God would then start working on managing my time better in order for me to start conquering the bigger things. I mean, if I cannot even conquer the things inside of my front door, who am I to think that I can conquer the things outside of my front door? So God has been helping me in the things that I've been overcome by within my home, like dirty dishes, like dirty laundry, like making up beds, and so forth and so forth. And I can tell you that I've been feeling a bit like a victor inside of this place. The past couple of months, I've been able to get to the dishes. I've been able to get to my laundry. I mean, these things have really worn me out. And it's not because I don't want to do it, but it's simply because I've either talked myself out of that shiz or I just never got around to it. So the 15-minute formula herein goes like this. It's simply a timer that has completely hacked the mom life. At least that's what it's done for me. It is a simple 15-minute timer, and let me tell you something, that it is doable. It's doable because it is achievable. It's achievable because it is only 15 minutes, right? So what it does is that it completely helps me be, firstly, intentional about the time that I am about to apply myself, because it is no more than 15 minutes. Secondly, it kind of gets my mind, which is a member of my body, to cooperate in the task at hand, because my mind has a tendency of talking me out of a task because it believes that it is longer than what it actually is. Now, if you are anything like me, then you can talk yourself out of a pile of dirt dishes and find yourself doing it a whole lot later in the day when you could have done it earlier in the day, only because you believe the lie that it would take you longer than 15 minutes to do. We have a family, or we are a family of 6, and let me tell you something, that my dishes has not taken me any more than 15 minutes, even less. But my mind has made me believe that it will take me up to I don't even know, but it feels like it could take me up to an hour to do. And because I believe that lie, I just constantly talk myself out of it, because I find myself even tired just looking at it, right? But the 15-minute formula has allowed me to apply myself for 15 minutes. In fact, it just requires me to be intentional for 15 minutes. Once the 15 minutes is up, I conclude the task, right? Which is great, because it's kind of like playing a game on your mind. It's kind of like making your mind believe that, look, if you can just participate with me for the next 15 minutes, we can get whatever we can get done. And even though it doesn't look perfect at the end of 15 minutes, we have learned to make imperfect progress moving forward. We have learned to make imperfect progress. And that in itself is a job well done. So I have been learning how to apply myself in chunk sizes, how to apply myself in 15 minutes or less, depending on the task. Sometimes it only takes me 15 minutes, sometimes it takes me 5 minutes. But the fact of the matter is that my mind is willing to participate in the task because it is a chunk size of time and no longer. And that way my mind kind of gets excited, almost as if it's like a game, because I can intentionally apply myself for that time and be true to the time as well, because it's kind of like within that time becomes law. So when 15 minutes concludes, if I am not done, I then in that moment begin, or at that time I then conclude the task. But if I still feel like going on, then why the heck not? I'm already in the rhythm. Not so long ago, I still found myself sitting with the same tasks, constantly telling myself I'm going to get to it, and just never get to it or get around it, because I was never intentional about those tasks. But the 15-minute formula has allowed me to become intentional about tasks and take it on in chunk sizes, which is doable for me. I mean, if anybody had to tell me, hey, let's work out for 3 times a week, 30-minute workouts, 45 minutes workouts, and I'd be like all in. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, I want to be healthy. I want to do that stuff. But if I had to be honest with you, I'd probably only do that for 2 days and then give up and plow. But if somebody had to tell me that, hey, let's work out for 15 minutes for 3 times a week, I'd be like, heck yeah, I can do that. I mean, like, not only is it doable, it's achievable, because what that does is that it works with my baseline. It works with where I am at. I mean, like right now, I don't have 45 minutes. I don't have 30 minutes to spare. I'm a busy mom to 4 kids, all under the age of 10. So 30 minutes is gold. If I've got that, I mean, this time right here is gold. So what the 15-minute formula does for me, it allows me to incorporate small chunks of time where I can be intentional about it as a busy mother, as a busy individual, and get to do the task without feeling like I am negating from my other things that I gotta get to. It just allows me to be intentional about it, because if I can then apply myself to 3 times a week for 15 minutes within each of that slots, I mean, my body can cooperate with that. The members of my body can cooperate that. I mean, my mind can say yes to that over and over and over again. And I'm just so excited, because what this has done for me, and what I believe if you just say yes to this, what this can do for you, is completely get you out of that motion of feeling stuck and not getting to do the things that you know you are called to do. Couple of months ago, midday, my bed was still not made up. Couple of months ago, I would be waking up with a pile of dirty dishes because I was just simply tired and worn out by the end of the day, and I'd look at that dishes and just topple all over again, and then wake up to feeling unmotivated because I still see the same pile of dirty dishes in my sink. So I cannot begin to express to you the excitement that I have in sharing this news with you, but at the same time, how much I believe that this will work for you. This hack allows me to do things fast. It allows me to get to the things that matter. And you know what? There is times where my mind forgets about the formula and tries to talk me out of the task. And I feel discouraged, and I want to kind of talk myself and move into that frame of mind, or where I would just walk away or leave the chore for later. And then it's almost like in an instant I remember, but it's not going to take me any more than 15 minutes. And when I realize that, wow, this chunk of time allows me to be intentional for no more than 15 minutes, the task suddenly becomes doable. The 15-minute formula is not only a time trick, it's almost like playing a game on your mind. I know that if you had to try this, you would see the possibilities are endless. You would believe that it is not only doable for you to get to you. You will see time differently. You will see your day differently. And believe that it is possible for you to actually get to the things that matter to you. This hack has worked for me. Believe me when I say that it will work for you. All I'm asking is that you try it and thank me later.